Adriana volunteers to help improve abortion access after having one herself 5 years ago. In Germany, abortions are, in reality, permitted during early pregnancy, but remain technically illegal.
When I read the penalty law, it really crushed me because it really says you're still a criminal when you decide to have an abortion. You can do it up until 12 weeks without being actually punished, but you're still kind of a criminal. And also the law is written like that they're trying to force you to think about it and to keep the pregnancy. So they're really pushing you into one direction.
Do you think this issue, women's health issues, have a prominent enough place in public debate?
Well, of course not. Women's issues are most of the time not like the main priority. I really prefer if we had like an EU law that ensures that everyone has access to safe abortion.
Even in wealthy liberal cities like Hamburg, campaigners say women face barriers to abortion, while access across Europe can significantly vary, from France, where abortions have become a constitutional right, to almost total illegality in Poland and Malta. Abortion laws are set by member states, but in the last EU Parliament, a majority of lawmakers called for access to be guaranteed across the bloc. It's a prime example of how some see the EU as an engine for social change, while others believe that Brussels is already too interfering.
It's up to the nations to say whether they want to have this or that particular abortion law. And the EU shouldn't meddle with that. They've done that with other things. They try to interfere with nations' sovereignty. And I think they shouldn't push the nations too far. We've seen what happens if they do that. And when people pick up on those ideas in particular countries, you saw that in the UK, and they play it well, then people might turn away on a larger scale from the European Union, and that's not a good idea.
I think the Germans...
And this professor believes EU-wide change is a distant prospect.
I think member states focus very much on having competencies in criminal law, and especially in these sensitive areas of abortion.
The EU parliamentary elections are now just weeks away. If, as some polls predict, there's a rightwards shift, that may diminish calls for embedding abortion rights, as parties push very different visions of how far the EU should reach into people's lives. Jessica Parker, BBC News in Hamburg.